Yo, 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 welcome to the second episode of season 2 of Let's Talk About Sports. Hector here with Fabian. We're ready to
AKA
talk.
Bird Bunny,
We're ready to
baby.
talk. Bird Bunny 66. I might as well just kind of go since we're doing that. So, hey, if you're just joining us and you've never followed us, you can actually follow us on Twitch. Down below our live shows. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hector _double play _ podcast on either of those channels, or you can actually go to Twitch as well and follow Bird Bunny 66 on Twitch. So feel free to go follow us on those. Once again, we are live this week. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for those who are viewing. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for that. So a lot to talk about in the sports world, but obviously, I guess we'll talk about. There's a couple of important things, but let's talk about NBA Finals, right? So NBA Finals were yesterday. And Game 4 will be tomorrow. Game 4 of the NBA Finals will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It was great games. Great game yesterday. Denver, I don't want to say they dominated, but they had a healthy. Actually, the first half was pretty close. I think in
close to the end to the second.
Yeah, finishing the end of the second.
That's when it started heading towards Denver.
Yep. So let me go back real quick here to the box scores as well. So, but yeah, Denver. Actually, summary: Denver was at the half it was 53-48. So it was still pretty close. It was a 5-point game. But then Denver went third quarter was 29-20. So obviously they took a 14-point lead into the fourth quarter. So and the fourth quarter was pretty even, 27-26. So it was that third quarter that kind of made the difference here for Denver, because all the other quarters are pretty close. No team scored more than 30 points in a quarter this game. There was 7 lead changes and 7 ties throughout the game. So pretty close game until that third quarter where Denver kind of created that cushion, right?
Yeah.
As far as that. But props to I know people hate his gameplay. He is. It looks like he's playing in slow motion, but Nikola Jokic, he's the first player ever in the finals to have that stat line of 30 20 10, right? So he ended with 32 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. So crazy for him. He shot 57%, so not terrible as well. 50% from threes. But once again, like 32 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. But then you also have Jamal Murray, who had a 30-point triple-double as well. So he had 34 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and actually that last rebound he got in the final kind of seconds of the game to solidify that triple-double. But yeah, it was a good game. I was actually out with a couple friends watching the game, and yeah, we had a good time. So
y'all did win out, right? Y'all said are we going
yeah, we did. We went to Eagle Point. Eagle Point in Saginaw. Great food. If you guys never been there, Eagle Point in Saginaw.
Por eso estaban pichando todo el día, se estaban chilling.
Yeah, we were. Estábamos bien, put it that way. But yeah, we had a good time. I mean, it was, wow, we had probably about a group of 10 to 12 people there. So we had a good time. We ended up seeing the whole game there, except the last minute, because it was decided by then. But initially we went with the thoughts to leave around halftime, just so we weren't there that late. But um, halftime kind of went, and third quarter started, and then fourth quarter started, and by that time I was like, hold on, I ain't leaving in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing anything. So, but great game on Miami's side. Um, Adebayo had another good game. He had 22, 17. So 17 rebounds. That's a monster. So he had 22, 17, double double. Um, Jimmy Butler had 28. I feel it was like a quiet 28. Um,
Yeah, very.
yeah, I feel, and then obviously 2 rebounds, 4 assists.
It didn't look like
Um,
he didn't look like he scored 28.
no, I didn't. I think it was a quiet 28. He shot 45% from the field. He was 11 for 24, 1 for 4 from threes. Who else kind of made an impact? I think so. It's funny. I think Vincent had a very quiet game.
I
Um,
think Duncan had an okay game.
Gabe
I know.
Vincent was 2 for
I know
10.
he was
Duncan Robinson,
shooting a little bit at the
he had,
end.
yeah, he had 9 points.
Eh,
So I mean, there was only 3 Miami players in double digits in points. It was Jimmy Butler with 28, Bam Adebayo with 22, and Caleb Martin with 10.
Oh, I saw a stat. It said it was Kyler and Joker
Uh huh.
together for 66 points. I think it was 66. 34 rebounds, if I'm not thinking, or 31.
Uh, uh, Jamal Murray and Jokic together.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, they had 66
31,
points. They had
31 or 34.
31
31 rebounds
rebounds and
and
20 assists.
20 assists, and they outscored the Heat starters.
Starting five.
They had 65 points. I mean 65 points, but rebounds and assists they were
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah, the starters for Miami
I
only
think it
had
was
a
like
total of
21, 22. No, 26. I
25,
think
25
25.
rebounds and 12 assists.
Yeah,
So crazy,
that's
crazy stats. Uh, you know who kind of surprised me yesterday, and it might have been I don't want to say it was a lucky game.
But
He actually won a championship with Kansas in 22. Christian Brown.
yeah,
I don't know if it's Braun or Brown. It says Brown, but it's spelled Braun. So Braun, I guess Brown. Uh, he brings energy, man. I mean, he went from
killed it.
7 for 8 from the field. The only
I
shot he missed
think
was a 3-pointer. He had 15 points. He was putting in some work, man. He had a nice little dunk there off of a steal.
yeah.
So he did. That was awesome. So, but yeah, thanks for those who are reaching in. With that being said, and I know there's a few people. Good for you, but I know there's a few people online right now. But with that being said, I know we kind of discussed this last week on who you got, right? So here's my kind of funny take on that. So it's who you got now. Do y'all still got Denver, Miami? I know a couple of you guys had Miami in 6. That means Miami would have to win the next 3 games to win Miami in 6. So, oh, you actually think they can win the next 3 in a row? That's gonna be tough.
Tough, but
I mean, anything's doable, right? Anything's doable.
bro,
It's just gonna be tough.
Since LeBron came that 3-1 deficit in the finals, bro, anything's possible with any team, any sports. Yes, Gabby. Hey, you gotta go play, baby, because Daddy's doing something. You want to say hi? Come here. You look
Hi,
at
Gabby.
the camera right here.
Hey, how
Say
are you?
hi.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
Good. It was good to see you the other day.
Too.
You saw him the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at the hotel.
You
Remember?
was eating all his candy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Facts.
All right, baby, go play.
Yeah, facts.
Go to
Bye-bye.
the door. Say bye. You want to leave it open, but you have to be quiet.
Say bye.
Yes, say bye.
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 Okay.
All right. Yeah. So Miami in 6. We'll see. We'll see. I still got Denver. Um,
Denver
I,
in
I
what?
I still think it'll go 6, at least 6. I don't think. I mean, if you're talking Denver in 5, you're talking that they're gonna win the next 2 games, right? So it might be 6, might be 7, right? So, but I got Denver in 6. I don't think it's gonna get to 7.
I mean,
Uh,
6 or 7. I think it might go to 7 because I think the toughest opponent in as a team, because Boston, they when they won us those 3 games, they were playing really good
yeah.
in rotation and all that, just like Denver is.
Mhm.
And if we can stick to that and not let them go like Boston did those 3 games,
Yeah.
there's a chance of us winning at least 2 more games, and that
Pushing it to
means
7. Yeah, pushing it
that
to
means
7.
7 games.
Yeah, yeah. And I agree. It's going to be, and we talked about it. It's going to be a competitive series. I don't think anybody thought Denver would sweep the series, so I don't think that's
Yeah,
that's viable. So I'm excited to see tomorrow's game. Uh, Obviously, must win situation for
we should
Denver, for Miami. Sorry,
for
must
Miami
win.
at,
Oh
at
yeah,
home,
oh yeah, they have to.
and
If they lose tomorrow,
that's game
they,
over.
it's a 5 game series.
It's a yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
going back to Denver on a three
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and I
And
don't see
Denver,
this Miami Heat coming
just
from a 3-1 lead.
no, no, and Denver hadn't lost a home game all
What you mean?
playoffs except the other day. So
And to Miami, so
but I don't think they're gonna lose to Miami at home. That would be difficult. So I
if there's
mean,
a game 7, I think it's going to be in Denver.
yeah, yeah, it'll be in Denver.
Yeah, so
So I don't know, man. But yeah, I like I said, definitely must win for Miami tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, I think that's the series, and then the series might even be a 5 game series. Um,
now we
where
gotta win at
where
home, man. Come
where
on.
Denver wins 4-1.
I was
Yeah,
thinking,
they have to. I mean, Denver. If you look at it, Denver just reclaimed home court.
yeah.
So if Miami wins tomorrow, it's just they're still 2-2, which is what they
Mhm.
should have been after 4 games if they
Yeah.
defended home court. So um, it's not like Denver's super up. They just reclaimed the home court advantage that they had
Mhm.
going into the playoffs. So, but once again, must win for Miami. And Boston, great team, but man, I don't think Boston could have beat Denver anyways either. So I think Denver has a
What
better
about what about the
overall
Bucks?
team. The Bucks beating
You think the
Denver.
Bucks? Yeah.
Bucks couldn't even beat Miami, bro.
Yeah. But I know, but like I'm talking about. Let me look. Nah, I don't want to be an ass,
No, no, you good,
but
bro.
if we're talking, I don't wanna say if we, because if, because if can
Uh,
put anything into any perspective.
for sure.
But
If
Bucks were number 1 seed overall, right?
the let me check. I don't recall. Let me see. The Bucks were they go out
58 wins. Yeah, the most. They were number 1 seed overall.
58-53. Yeah.
So I mean, and Celtics had a way better record than Denver did too.
Yeah, even Philly.
Yeah, even Philly.
Yeah.
So
So,
I mean, you talk about we beat the top two seeds in the NBA. I'm sure we can. I'm sure we got this.
yeah. Why I still think that the I think the West. I think Denver. Whoever would have came out of the East, I think just Denver would have won. I mean, records, and I get it, records are records, but if you talk records, Miami sucked during the regular season, right? So
Oh yeah.
playoffs, but I just think Denver has a better all around game.
And they just been
Than
playing
than
amazing
Miami.
in the playoffs too.
Yeah, I mean,
Both
sometimes
both teams have. So
yeah. Sometimes that's what it is, man. It when you reach that peak, if it's
mhm.
going into the playoffs, bro,
Yeah,
smooth. Because you could have been the best team in the NBA, like
like
Milwaukee,
Bucks
and
and still
you
lose.
you could have gone like and I don't know what they went the last 10 games of the
6-4.
season they went 6-4 and
Mm-hmm.
they had lost the last two, so they lost two going into the playoffs. They lost two,
And then they
so
get swept by the no,
and then they lose
yeah,
to Miami. Yep.
to
So
Miami.
um, but irrelevant. It's funny. Denver going into the playoffs, their last five in their last 10 in the regular season, they were 5-5.
Yeah, see,
So I mean, it's just all depends,
they're
man.
beatable.
I mean, I'll tell you a couple teams that went into the playoffs on a good streak, which was Golden State. They were 8-2 in their last 10 games, and the Lakers were 8-2 in the last
Lakers,
10
yeah,
games. On
and
the
Miami.
in the East, Boston was 8-2. Miami was 6 and
No,
4, six
six
and
and four.
four, and they
Not
had
bad.
just won one game. They were on a 1-game winning streak going into the playoffs. So it'd be funny to see what those last 20 games look like of the season,
Yeah,
to see what that looked like. But yeah, I mean, great game, great time. So once again, if you just logged in, I'm gonna go back to here. Who you got now? Denver, Miami, and I'll go ahead and comment in the chat what I got. I got Denver in 6.
Daddy, I finished my food,
baby.
my mac and cheese.
Look.
Daddy didn't finish
Look.
my mac and cheese.
So I got Denver in 6.
That is doing something. Go play. Come on. Okay, that's fine. She don't want to eat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go watch TV, my man.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch YouTube.
baby, that is doing something. You gotta go to your room. Say bye. Go.
So yeah,
Close the door.
so good game. And Hero, big news. Hero's not going to be playing today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
They already ruled him out for game 4. Once again, it was estimated he'd be back for the finals, but obviously when you're coming back from an injury, there are some, I don't want to say protocols, but there are some kind of tests I'm assuming that you have to pass to be able to
And I guess some
back in,
concern
so-
too going into the lineup and
Yeah. Well,
know that.
I mean, when you're coming from a fractured
wrist.
wrist, I mean, you don't want to bring him back too soon,
Mm-hmm.
and then risk him getting injured more, and then now you're losing him for our next season, right? So, I mean, it's just. I mean, sometimes you just got to be precautious about when you're bringing a player back or not, right? So, definitely they are. It looks like they are, being a little cautious on that, right? So, but once again, we do have game 4 of the NBA Finals tomorrow, Friday, and you can catch that on ABC. So let me enter that here, just so you guys have that. Let me kind of text that. NBA Finals game 4 on ABC. There we go. Game 4 on ABC, right? So just make sure you guys catch that. It's going to be a key game, very important game tomorrow for the Miami Heat. Just to kind of stay in it. Like I said, it would be tough if they lose tomorrow for them to not. Once again, never impossible, but it would be very tough for them to win the last 3 games of the series, and 2 of those are in Denver. So it would be tough. So get a win tomorrow. You're back to home court advantage, and now it's really a best of 3 game, right? Because it's like it was 0-0. So all you need to win is 2 or 3, and not all 3 of 3. If you lose tomorrow, then the next 3 you definitely have to win 3 in a row. So still in it, still in the game. So they have no worries there. But definitely need to win tomorrow. To keep things moving. So
They gotta come out with a great run in the first quarter.
for sure.
Start the game so good.
They have to. I think they got to be up by like at least 10 going into the half. If they keep it
Yeah.
close, that's where it gets scary, man. So,
And even if it's by 10, man, I mean,
yeah, still
by
close.
10, and then freaking Denver went what? It was by 10, and then Denver went
It
up
was
by what?
yeah, it was by 5. They went into the half by 5, and then
No, no,
they
no. When you came to see me and we watched it at the hotel, they were up by 10, and then Denver was up by 15 right after.
Miami was up by 10, then Denver by 15, and then Miami came back, and yeah. So I mean,
It's-
remember early in the game. That's yeah.
Yeah.
So, but at least if you have that cushion going into halftime, you have some
Mhm.
sort of momentum going in, um, to where it flip flop it to where if you're down 10 going into the half, then that might
Yeah.
and you really want to have the crowd behind you.
Yeah, that crowd
So
needs to go off.
you don't want Denver to take the crowd out of the game by going
Mhm.
up early on you. So you definitely want to be cautious there. So definitely need a good start. It's funny. I was hearing some stuff on ESPN. I was listening to some stuff on ESPN, and um, a lot of the analysts were saying that they definitely they know Jokic's going to score. Jokic's going to score his points. He's going to get his rebounds. He's going to get his assists. So Jokic's going to be Jokic. So a lot of the analysts on ESPN were saying that for Miami to win, they got to stop Murray. They can't have they can't let Murray have those big games, because now if you have Murray and Jokic having big games, then that's kind of tough. So they're really more on the, hey, if you can stop them.
And Caldwell Pope can give you a good game too.
Mm-hmm. So, well, they have a lot of people. I think MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. I think he hasn't been having some good games. So, I mean,
I think he's just been playing good defense, just like Aaron Gordon.
Sorry,
I mean, yeah,
I think
Aaron Gordon.
I think if he can score, I mean, but they got some. I mean, you got people who come off the bench and surprise you, not just Denver, but Miami as well. Like, I think Miami needs. I think Miami needs Caleb Martin to play like he played in the Boston series.
Yeah, because he's lacking off.
He has to be.
They have, I think, him and Vincent.
Yeah, they have to be in that 20-point range, man. And obviously, when Robinson's in, support and commit and stuff like. But I mean, when you're talking about your starting five, and two players on Denver outscored your starting five, that's crazy. So, or outplayed too, because they out rebounded, they out assisted, they outscored. So, you got that two-headed snake. You got Jokic and Murray. If you can stop or slow down Murray, and have one of those other guys step up, then you got a better chance to do that. It's funny though too that let me go here real quick. Come on. Here it goes. I want to pull something up real quick. Okay. Team stats. I just wanted to see team stats. So it's funny, they were also talking about these stats yesterday. And Denver still won. They were talking about how Denver only made 5 3-pointers. And Miami was 11 for 35 from threes. So Miami scored double the 3-pointers than Denver and still lost by 14 or whatever the score was. So, Denver didn't even shoot that many threes. And I can tell you, Denver was at 27.8% on the threes. They were 5 for 18, and Miami was at 31.4. So 11 for 35. I think where Denver shined, Miami was 37% as a team in field goals, and Denver was 51% as a team in field goals.
Damn.
and part of that had to do with some offensive rebounds. Pretty close. Denver had 13, Miami had 10, but total rebounds you had 58 to 33.
That's an
So
outscore, bro.
20,
15.
25. What I say, 58.
Yeah, 58. Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
25.
25
Fuck.
rebounds more. 8 assists. Denver had 8 assists more as well. Free throws were pretty even. Denver had 22. They were 22 for 27. Miami was 15 for
Bro,
19.
hey, man. There were some calls in there, bro.
Oh, I agree on both sides. Did you see the call? And
Oh my
just
god.
one of the calls where we were at the table and we were going, what? Like what? And I had Miami people. I think everybody else or half the table was Miami, and there was a couple going for Denver. But even like the Miami people were like, that wasn't a foul. And vice versa. When they called Miami for a foul,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it wasn't a foul. Yeah. So I don't know. That's hence one of the reasons for me the NBA has gotten so crazy is just the officiating so inconsistent.
It's horrible, especially on an NBA game like that, because then they start calling those really no fouls,
Mhm.
and then they already called it for one team, so they're gonna have to call it for the other.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make up for it on the other side, so
So
they're gonna have to make those calls vice versa.
it kills the vibe. It kills the game. I mean, there was so many fouls. I think there was like 2 fouls on Vincent, almost back to back. That weren't even foul. They were just a regular play.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. It sucks though. I mean, when you have that much inconsistency, um, and I don't even think it's just like the reffing. I just think it's like the gameplay too. Like, I mean, I was watching some highlights now since there's talks about Chris Paul. Phoenix
Yeah.
let him go.
Yeah.
So I was on Facebook and something showed up like Chris Paul's top plays of this year. And one of them was like a shot he took to tie the game with, at the buzzer against San Antonio. But when you see it, if you see it in slow motion, he takes 3 steps. Like he stops dribbling and then he goes doops, doops, and then he's shooting. And it's like, even the commentator was like, looks like he shuffled his feet a little, but yeah, it didn't call. Like they didn't call it. So so it's crazy. Like just things like that. You see it everywhere. I mean, I see so many how I was taught it was 1-2, right? Now it's like, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, that guy like fucking walked from half
As
court
soon
and laid it up.
as soon as you grab the ball,
Yeah.
1-2.
1-2. And now you're seeing, and it's like, oh man. But I mean, once again, it goes back to the officiating and just to the NBA in general. Just a lot of inconsistency with things like that. So, with that being said, obviously there's talks now of would Chris Paul be a good fit for the Lakers? Are some of the talks that are going around right now. And once again, I listen to ESPN a lot, and I pretty much daily if it's something that I like, I want to get some knowledge on. So once again, I did see some people commenting or some of the analysts kind of commenting on that situation. And obviously a lot of people on the outside are gonna be like, oh, that would be awesome. That's what they need. They need a point guard. They need somebody like Chris Paul. But on the back end, it's like, okay, Chris Paul's 38.
Yeah.
He's injury prone. LeBron's, hitting 40, I think. He's injury prone. You got Anthony Davis, who looks like he's 38 because he's injury prone. Like, I mean, if you're the Lakers, I think at some point you're going to have to start thinking about the future and man, if they wouldn't have let go of that youth they had a couple years ago,
Caldwell Pope.
Caldwell Cope, Brandon Ingram. I mean,
Ingram, Kyle
and,
Kuzma.
eh,
Pero
but
a good thing they got rid of Lonzo. That's good.
yeah, but
Um,
if they would have kept some of that
good thing.
young
Good thing
nucleus,
they brought Russell back.
yeah, I
He
don't know
was
if Russell,
an
yeah, and
okay.
he was. I don't think he showed up in the playoffs, so
No, he didn't show up. He didn't show up
nah,
at all.
at all, man.
I think a few games, but
So that's something they're gonna have to decide
really
if
inconsistent.
if Russell's, that they gotta decide if they let Austin Reeves go.
No, I don't think they should. If they
Oh,
let anybody go, it should be Russell or.
I agree, but if they let Austin Reeves go, they retard it.
I
Like,
don't think. I like Hashimura. I think that's his name, Hashimura.
yeah, they picked him up.
That's
Rory Hashimura.
he's a really good player. Yeah, I like the picks they did in the transfer window.
Mhm.
I'm saying it in like
They picked up some good players, which helped them right into that playoff run. They helped them because I'm sure if they would have stayed with the old players they had, like Westbrook and stuff, they probably wouldn't have gone anywhere. So
bro.
picking up those players going into the playoffs is what helped them. But they got to keep them. They got to keep them. They just can't. They can't start dumping stuff. Now there's also rumors about
Kyrie
called
and Trae Young.
LeBron. Well, there's rumors that Kyrie called LeBron, so LeBron can go to
Can
Dallas.
go to Dallas, yeah. But I saw that it could be Kyrie going to LA, and I saw Trae Young could head to LA too. But the only problem is Trae Young got that 187 million guaranteed. So I guess he would have to get bought out.
Yeah, and it's gonna be tough to buy that out.
Yeah.
What else? What else is new in the news in NBA?
Man, not really. A bunch of shitty teams.
Yeah, I think that the key thing we just talked about, the key, which is obviously the finals. So we commented on that. I do want to go into real quick, and once again, I'm not a huge hockey player. For those who like hockey,
How is that series?
NHL Finals Game 3 is tonight at 7 p.m. Let me go ahead and look. Give me a second.
Well, I might as well watch it.
Let me go ahead and look where it's where they're televising it, just so we have that.
Might as well watch it.
Okay, it's gonna be on TNT today.
That'd be cool.
TNT.
What time?
So let me write that here. Give me a second.
What is it? The Panthers, right? Florida Panthers.
There you go.
And Las Vegas.
You got Las Vegas and Florida Panthers. So Las Vegas Golden Knights. They're actually Game 3 is in Florida. So at Florida Panthers.
What's the
Vegas is up 2-0. So they took care of home court. They just took care of home court. So there's 2 games now in Florida. If Florida comes in and do what they need to do.
I haven't seen some hockey in a minute. I used to go to the local team. Local team games. Bro, it gets crazy. Them fighting, bro.
Bro, I'll tell you the first 2 games have been blowouts, bro. And in hockey, a blowout,
it's like 3-0, like soccer.
Yeah. So the first game ended 5-2.
Oh.
And then the second game 7-2. So Vegas has scored 12 goals in 2 games.
That Panther Stadium better be freaking going nuts tonight because the players need that right now.
Crazy. So we'll see
That's
what that looks
losses.
like. I would ask. I'm not a huge hockey fan, so I don't know. But it's a 1 seed against the 8 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Las Vegas was the 1 seed. Florida's the 8 seed.
8 seed.
So pretty similar, but obviously, if Florida wins, then series is just like
good.
the NBA 2-1. Yep, 2-1 series. and then they play game 4 on Saturday at 8
So
p.m.
they're
on
playing
TNT.
faster than the NBA finals.
Yeah,
So
they
we
play
might see
every
that
other.
score.
Well, it's funny because between NBA played yesterday and they're already playing tomorrow. But I know there was a couple of the first games
The
were like
first 2 games, 3
two
days.
games in between. Yeah, there was a little more in between time there. So, but yeah, for those interested in the NHL, we have Game 3 on TNT or TBS tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So
Oh shit!
stay
It's now.
tuned. Stay tuned into the. Yeah, it'll be starting here in 20
About
minutes.
when we finish,
Yep.
probably.
So in about 20 minutes. So
Hmm.
uh, another big news of the day, and I know this is some talk that I'm sure Fabian has some insight into, is
Messi, Messi.
Messi has confirmed that he will be playing at Inter Miami and the MLS at Inter Miami this season. Like, I mean, he can play
Yeah,
as soon as June 25th. I think I read in against
yeah,
Philly in Philly. So you're talking about he can play as soon as 2 weeks away. Him playing over here. So
bro.
crazy news to have that. It's funny. I did read something that obviously the decision wasn't about money. He offered
Mm-hmm.
he declined. I think it was 1.5 billion from the freaking
1.6
1.6 billion from Saudi
from
Arabia League
Saudi Arabia,
to go play
and it
over
was gonna
there
be, $533 million a year.
a year. So he declined that.
That, I mean, 533 million, bro.
Hey, that's about
But
that's
when
about
you want,
50.
when you
That's a
play
dude,
about the sport, when you
bro.
play,
When you
when
play
you
for the
play for the
love,
love,
yep,
that money ain't a thing, and that's people that don't give a damn in the NBA, MLB,
yep.
NFL,
It's all about the money now, man.
and still
All
in
about
the
the money.
soccer world too.
I'm not.
Neymar did it when he
Yeah.
left Barcelona.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo has done
This is
it.
the most recent.
Benzema's doing it.
Yeah.
And
So it's uh, it's funny though because and I get it. That's fucking a huge. That's sorry for the
yeah,
language.
yeah,
That's a huge amount of money. But I mean, you're still talking about sports stars that have made millions in their
yeah.
years playing. So obviously that's like if I was making $1 million a year and somebody offered me 5 million, I mean it's their job, right? It's a job, and they decide where they want to go. But I feel like if somebody offered me 3 or 5 million to do a job that I didn't like, or a job that was somewhere that I didn't want to go, but I loved where I was at or loved somewhere else that they offered me, then
Mhm.
that's pretty similar, I would say, to him saying, look, he already has a house in Miami. He's already played at that stadium before.
He's practiced,
Yeah,
with the
so
Argentinian team.
there you go. So he's practiced at the stadium. He has good chemistry with one of the owners, because he's one of 3 owners
David Beckham.
which is David Beckham. So yeah, that's crazy. And then so if you're excited for this, ticket
Dude.
prices freaking soared the shit. They went up,
I don't care, bro. I was
but
sleeping in my car.
but it's
I
crazy.
gotta see him, bro.
So it goes, and you know what? It's funny. I already checked. They don't play here in Dallas. Dallas is
Damn, they're playing Charlotte, I think.
Dallas is in the other conference, so I guess they never connect, or they never play this year
They're
in
gonna
Dallas.
have to fly to Charlotte.
Fly or go to Miami, or just go somewhere where they're playing closer. I think they play in Austin. So let me check that again, because I was checking the MLS schedule, specifically
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on this side too.
No, that's not what I
MLS, Inter Miami.
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule for Inter Miami.
Dude, I need that shirt, bro. I see it everywhere. Look at that, bro. $521.
No. Hey, Austin plays in Miami, so They don't play here in Austin. I'm going to tell you the closest they play here. St. Louis. I don't know. St.
Atlanta.
Louis.
Atlanta, they have a game in Atlanta on September 16. Oh, well, that's September 16. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's out
Two
there.
months.
Cincinnati. They play in New York. They play in LA.
Oh my God, Octubre 21. The last game, bro. It's at Charlotte.
They play in Atlanta. They play in Orlando. They play in Orlando September 24th. They play in Chicago.
Bro, I gotta.
Yeah, they play.
I
in
just gotta make sure Messi's playing.
They play in Charlotte October 21st.
Bro, I gotta make sure he's playing, and if he is, bro, I'm gonna get it by the end of the month. I got to, bro. That's my one of my wishes was to see Messi. Of course, my dream was to see him play for Barcelona, but
Yeah,
that's impossible.
See him and seeing him.
Hey, cabrón, era Messi, dude.
Bro, like there's so much stuff hype around this. Now, in all fairness, right? Miami is in their conference is the worst team currently in that Eastern Conference. They're in last place. And they're in last place by a shitload, bro.
They just need some additions here and there. I mean, they got Messi. I think they have some guy that was let me see, Inter Miami lineups.
I mean, they have somebody here that played for the
U.S. roster.
For the U.S. team, national team, Yedlin. He's a defender. But as far as midfielders, you probably know these players more than I do.
Mota, Campana. I'm looking. Josef Martinez, el forward.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying that he's really freaking good. So, Rodolfo Pizarro. I don't know none of them, bro. I don't even know the goalkeeper, the fucking.
Dude,
and I usually pay attention to the La Liga, So
yeah, no, I get you. No, and it's funny because, I mean, let me see, man. So if we go to, I'm gonna go to another team, right? I'm gonna go to the team that's number 1, right? Cincinnati. There's probably no. I mean, we probably don't even know who's on that freaking team, right? So let me check the Cincinnati.
Say the names.
El Acosta, El Aguedo, J. Acupugnuno, M. Angulo, S. Arias, D. Baji.
Angulo?
M. Angulo. Let me see what his name is. Marco Angulo.
No.
Yeah. S.
Luciano
Arias.
Acosta. Is he Argentinian?
Luciano Acosta. Let me see. Birthplace, Argentina. Yep.
Yeah.
Luciano Acosta. Barreal, Celateno, Foster, Gadis, Haglund, Jimenez, Khan, Kubo, Luro, Maziaga, Moreno. Who Moreno is this? Junior Moreno.
Yeah, bro. No, I ain't heard of none of these motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, and they're in first place, bro. So
they usually on the other.
Yeah, if you go to the Western, like LAFC,
or LA Galaxy, porque en LA Galaxy está Ricky Puig. He es de la Masia del Barcelona.
K. Acosta, Esbuik, Bogozumara, Cellini. Oh, Cellini plays for LAFC.
Cellini, defensa, yep.
Giorgio Cellini.
Chicharito.
Cifuentes. Jose Cifuentes. I've kind of heard of that name from my. He plays for LAFC. I didn't see Chicharito here on LAFC.
Yeah. Oh no, LA
Galaxy. Yeah.
LAFC,
Is this Carlos Vela
Carlos
plays?
Vela, yep.
Yep. Carlos Vela's plays here. So I don't know. So yeah, I mean, that would be super interesting to hear about that. Now, with that being said, with Messi going to Miami, there also are rumors that Inter Miami might be trying to get some other players to complement Messi. Players. Listen to this. The best part is players he's played with before.
Yep.
Um, and I'll let you. Let's start with the
I'm telling you.
let's not go with that the number one out of the three. Like start from like out of those three players. Start with
I
like
would start with the left back, Jordi Alba.
I was gonna say the same. So there are rumors that Inter Miami is trying to pick up Jordi Alba, who, if you guys don't watch La Liga, he just retired. He just this is gonna be
he's leaving Barcelona at least.
yeah. Oh yeah, true. Sorry. So not that he retired, but that this was his last year in Barcelona, right? So where's he going?
You don't know yet.
Inter Miami might be a destination.
Can you imagine?
That next player who also announced this year
is probably one of the greatest defensive mid, Sergio Busquets.
In Mr. Busquets. Yep. So, and Messi has played with both of them in Barcelona. So oh, sorry. I made that face like, that's good over there, baby. What you eating? What you eating? That's what I meant to say. What you eating, baby? Hey,
Thiago.
So back to the story at hand. So Sergio Busquets. So Busquets, Jordi Alba. I mean, and just Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Messi on that team.
That's turnaround. That's a big turnaround.
Dude, insane. But if you add this person now to the freaking mix.
El pistolero, Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez, yeah. So, dude, if somehow they get Messi, Luis Suarez, Busquets, and Jordi Alba, they're winning MLS.
Yeah.
They're winning.
Dude, I mean, it's just no way you're gonna lose.
And once again, all four of them have played together in Barcelona, so they already have that chemistry, right?
Do you imagine?
It's not like
that system, the Barcelona system, they bring the Barcelona system into that team, and I mean, it's just a matter of a year or two. I mean, I don't know how long Messi's staying. How long is Messi's contract? 2 years?
I don't know if it's like
I don't know if it's out yet.
Yeah, but I think I mean I don't think it's gonna be longer than 2 or 3 years.
It's 2-3 years. So let's say within the year, I think this year they can get at least 2 of those 3 players, either Jordi and Busquets or Jordi and
Suarez or
Busquets and Suarez. You're talking already. You already got freaking best mid because Messi can play your right wing.
Yep.
But I'm not saying he's so old. He's old. He's not actually playing that right wing like he used to. He's actually gonna sit back with Busquets.
And then you got Suarez one in the left.
You got Suarez, exacto. Puede que corre from the left because they already got that striker that I think was the player of the year last year.
Yeah, the one you mentioned.
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
Adding a little key defenders.
That's it,
bro. That'll be killing team. It's not about the LA Galaxy from back in the day.
Bro, that would, I mean, that's insane. And once again, that is something that we will
There's just rumors.
Oh, about the 3 guys.
Yeah.
Not Messi though, but
no, not Messi. Messi is already.
Who wouldn't? And it might be something that I have to, go on a guy trip with my son to watch. and go watch him play. Like,
Hey, we can now, bro.
because I mean, to be able to see
This guy, bro.
that type of caliber player playing here, I mean, that's just insane, bro. There he goes. Look.
Seeing this baby, bro.
Yeah.
Seeing him play, bro, I'm gonna cry, bro.
Hey, I've done it before, bro.
Bro.
I've cried at a game before, man. You know, when you're
Bro.
passionate about a team and you're going to see something that not everybody gets a chance to do or see, bro, that's just emotions. That's real sports love.
Amen.
So, but yeah, aside from that, man, like very, very interesting news. So, but yeah, there he goes with his
Dude, that
little-
looks good there too, though.
I'm gonna have to go back to South Carolina in a couple months to help you redecorate the house, bro. Mera. But no, like that's I think that's the best way to end the series. The episode today was Messi to Inter Milan and those rumors, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe from today, maybe from here till next week, we've seen some more stuff bubbling in that Inter Miami. I can guarantee you by next week, we will either have an NBA champion, right? Or we will be going to like a game. Let me see the next few games here.
Game 7, hopefully, probably. Or game 7 be before that. No. Or it might be a Thursday.
Playoff schedule. Here it goes right here, right? So it's 2-1. So they're definitely going to go to at least game 5, let's say. So game 6. So if Miami wins tomorrow, then we have to see. Well, game 5 would have happened. So there's a chance we'll either have an NBA champion if Denver wins the next 2 games. Now, if they split the next 2 games, we'll be going to game 6 in Miami next Thursday at 8:30. So,
it's on Thursday too.
Yep.
So we gotta do the podcast on the game, bro.
So we have the next game 4 is on Friday. Game 5 is on Monday. Game 6 is on Thursday. So once again, we can either have an NBA champion by the next time we get on the podcast, or we'll be going to a game 6. And who knows who will be up 3-2.
Game 6?
Yep.
We do the podcast watching the game.
That's fine. It's 8 p.m. game, so we can start the podcast and then kind of roll into it. I'll just configure out how to do that here. Because
it's at 8.
It's at 8 p.m. 8:30. Sorry, yeah.
So we can do it like we can start like at 8 and have like 30 minutes of talking or whatever.
That's fine. I'll start posting this on my social media websites. So we'll have next week. Let me make sure I don't have anything on the schedule, even though I typically have the podcast going. I don't have anything after that. So next week, for all of you guys who listen into the podcast this week, next Thursday, our podcast is going to start at 8 p.m. We're gonna talk sports from 8 to 8:30, and then I can actually, Fabian, you watch the game. We'll connect on this because I can actually broadcast the game onto the podcast, and then have us on the side commenting. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how I can bring it in from a screen into the podcast. Because I'm going to show you. The screen can be like this, and I'm just going to show you. And I'm just going to show you an example.
Como hiciste la otro día cuando subiste el video. But tienes que tener cuidado que
Que no me bloqueen.
Te den un video, un strike por.
Okay, yeah. But we can do
Pero
something like this, right?
yeah,
So
we might as well try.
You know. Oh, actually, I know what I can show. Watch this.
Layla is our messenger.
Can you hear that?
This is crazy. You know what else is crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I not? Hold on, give me a second. You know,
Game 3.
we can do something like this,
Stars coming to work and a legend.
right? So,
Receiving the
hey,
ball, that's Dwayne
Murray
Wade
with the
in
ball,
the building.
boom.
Jamal Murray present. He had 8 in the first quarter. Nikola Jokic down low. Spins to his left
Everything
shoulder,
he
hits the
shoots,
hook.
he's like so
He had
smooth.
10 in the first quarter. The Nuggets lead by 2. Jimmy Butler probes the defense, gets to the baseline, hits. And this game was tied at 24 after the first dozen minutes. 8 minutes to go in the quarter. It was kind of going back and forth. Scramble. Caleb Martin, tough finish in transition. Heat pushed the advantage to 4. Beautiful hang and hit. Ensuing Nuggets possession. There's Murray. Step back. Gimme. 4-3.
I mean, look at that, bro. I was watching that, bro. When I saw that, say, dude, he
Lead to 1. Then Murray working with Jokic, those two together. You know what it is. All of a sudden, the Nuggets lead by 4. Butler, Martin, backdoor
That was
again.
good.
Baby.
Baby.
No, but Bam Adebayo is there for the monster putback.
Oh,
for Jokic.
freaking Jokic
And now
too,
the
baby.
The Heat lead by 2. Jokic,
Come
Murray
on.
again. Jokic
Wait,
14,
like water.
12, and 7 in the first half. Joins Tim
Eso
Duncan
fue
and
Martin.
LeBron James.
Why
Only
you
on the
down
play
there,
with
bro?
10 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists.
What is he
in
doing
the
down
half.
there?
Yeah.
And the finals in the last 25 years. Jokic again. Hitting.
That'd be
As
slow mo.
Nuggets in the
Dude,
third
what?
begin to exert some control. Murray finds Aaron Gordon
That was a nice
on the
pass.
beautiful little drop
Mm-hmm.
right there under the cup to double-digit lead.
Era.
Now it's
Whoop.
Jokic. The ball fake gets out of Bio off the floor. There's
Vamos,
just nothing in the
huevo,
world
era
you
eso.
can do. The man's 7 foot plus. Shoots the ball behind his head like Larry Bird.
What? Ah, yo pensé que le iba a
Murray gets the
meter.
board.
Mira eso, pero nobody got the rebound.
His finger roll, and the lead continues to be double digits. Murray, Jokic, bottoms. The lead's 13.
He can't even
We
run,
haven't showed
bro.
him yet, but here he is. He
Ah,
made a
so that
big
was
impact in this
nasty.
game. Christian Brown.
Brown.
In
He
transition,
said Brown.
defense turns to offense.
Yeah, he was
Brown,
turning up
significant
yesterday.
impact in this game. The lead's 14. Michael Malone not satisfied, especially the way these fourth quarters have gone in the first
Stopping
two.
his nail?
Yeah.
Hey, first 2 games, they won the fourth quarter. Tonight, we win the fourth quarter. We win the game.
Yeah, they won it by what? 1?
Look, that first game they had a 21-point lead.
Hey.
So the
Oh my
10-point
God.
deficit in the fourth wasn't that big a deal, but you understand the point.
Dude, you're
here.
so big. Oh, that's a foul.
Great effort from
Bro,
Bruce Brown on
replay
the
that.
block. On the other end, there's Jokic again. The lead's nearly 20.
Nah,
The
eso.
miss.
You got it.
Let's run.
They start doing
Guess
that
who?
shit.
Brown. All right, what can Brown do
Oh
for
my
you?
God, on Jimmy, bro. That's tough.
21-point lead. Jokic, Murray, again. Two-man game is lethal. That makes it a triple-double. He's the first player with 10 triple-doubles in a single playoffs. Again, it's Jokic spinning through out of bio. Gets the
Crazy
ball.
Every ball bounce like
Crazy,
that, bro.
crazy.
Denver will cruise to victory.
Oh, yeah, le tenían la mano vendada, you see?
Yeah. So that's crazy stuff. But yeah, next week we will go 8 p.m. 8 p.m. podcast, and then we will
If there's a game 6.
If there's a game 6, correct. I'm sure you're praying for there to be a game 6 because if there's no game 6, that means Denver wins the next 2 games. So if there's a game 6 next week, we will do the podcast at 8 p.m. and then we will broadcast the show on the podcast. So we will see you guys next week. Hopefully there's some more news as far as Inter Miami or anything. See if there's anybody else heading that way.
Hey, bro, we're going to watch that hockey game?
But we will be excited to see Messi soon suit up for Inter Miami. So thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Peace.